Hail brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Satisfactory. So I let the game run for a little bit, and I've done a little bit of work up here as well, just kind of getting some more of the kind of platform in place for some more smelters, and kind of bringing things out this way where we're going to start putting down some constructors. And I remembered that I'd already kind of done a little blueprint for what I need to get a modular frame assembler working 100%, so a little bit of the work is done for me. I just need to get myself some more space. Invalid aim location, my arse, come on. My arse is an invalid aim location. But that will do it. The rods are still kind of running down in this at the moment. It's taking a little bit of time. But it does mean we're getting full throughput on this at the moment, which is just great. So fingers crossed, you know, we are building up some of the reinforced iron plate, which is good. I'll have a little bit more of that actually. Thank you very much, because I've got a load of constructors that I need to build, and we've still got loads of iron plate up there as well. But hop! Oh yeah, just about made that. Okay, so I'm gonna bring these conveyor pole stackers out to, say, you know, just, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure on what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just kind of figuring things out. So, to start with, I need, right, so basically what I need to get all this working is, I need 6 machines making rods. 4 of those need to go direct into some screw production, and then I need 4 machines all making iron plates. Then I need 3 assemblers making the reinforced plate, and then 1 making modular frames. And we're going to have a little bit of kind of run over from the rods and the reinforced plates. So those will be going into some storage, but otherwise everything is on a perfect ratio, like the screws to the reinforced plate, the iron plate to reinforced plate. Everything should be fine. So it's just a matter of getting all the constructors and assemblers in place for that to happen. So let's get, no, we don't want an assembler. We're not starting with that. We need constructors. And we'll start putting them down around about here, I think. I want to try and get them in line with the join on these bits of foundation. Do I want them like that? Is that right? No, I want. I know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get things laid out correctly. So we'll start with the 4 rod machines that are going to be going into screw production, I think. So with this being rods, and they need they need 15 per minute, so we can split off one of the belts, and we can send that down to just a Mark 1 belt, and then we can split things off around here, and just get things nice and organised. And try and keep things relatively compact. Not that it needs to be massively compact at all. But what I might do would be to extend this further, and we'll put just the standard rod production on the end of all this as well, so that it's all all of the rod stuff is happening in just one spot. But these 4 are going to need to go into some further constructors so that we can start getting screws. Then those need to get condensed down into 3 Mark II belts. Okay, and I'm just going to try and wedge these pretty much as close together as I can get them. I don't think there's a reason to not, because it's a one-to-one thing with these. So we're gonna wedge them in as close-knit as we can get. We don't have to worry about splitting these belts or anything. It's all fine. Okay, and belt, Oh god. Struggling for space. There we are. Right. Now, I'm going to bring some power down. I like moving the power lines down these things in like kind of multiples of 2, so like 2, 4... Well, more kind of like a fractal thing, I suppose, like 2, 4, 8. That kind of thing. But yeah, we'll set a... yeah, we'll put a conveyor pole there. And then we're going to want a splitter right in the middle here. That's in line with that. That needs to go to a Mark 1 belt. The rest of this needs to be a Mark 2. And for now, I'm going to have... We'll put conveyor stacker further along here. So, Mark 2 belt coming along like this. And then we want to try... What we can do here, which is rather fun, we can just get a splitter and we can stick it up on the... we can just build it direct onto the belt, which is awesome. So we can just split off like that. I really like the ability to just kind of like build the splitters into the belts that way. I don't think that's going to encroach on anything else. It might be a bit of a problem when we bring... like... It should be fine actually, because we're not going to need to put a splitter on the other side of that. But all of these should be going through... We do need to put some power in. And then we're going to want to build out so that we can get another couple of constructors in. But now we've got this big bastard in the way, haven't we? Probably should have just built like a second smaller one as opposed to a giant one. But those are the mistakes that I made, so... it should be fine. For now, I just want to bring another belt over this way. And it, again, only needs to go down to a Mark 1 belt, because we're only really going to need like 30 a minute coming out to the other two. But screws in all of these machines, and then we need to power this lot as well. But I haven't actually left myself any space for power, so I'm going to move these. They're going to go forward like one step so that we can actually get power connections in. Going to be a little bit snug in here, but I mean the idea is that we won't really need to touch this once it's done. You know, if we need to put more stuff in, I'm either going to be just building another one of these sort of setups, or we're going to just tear everything down and do it from scratch. So, yep, come on. Oh god, I do now have the problem of not being able to connect anything up again. It's fine. We'll get it working. Okay, they're all set to screws. They're all set to rods. These are all connected to each other. We just need to connect actual power to them. So, you go there. You connect in on that one. And you're not receiving ingots because I didn't put a belt in there. Because I'm clever like that. Right, there we go. That should get the screw production up and running. More foundations out over this way. Encroaching others' clearance. Yup. That thing is just going to be a problem, isn't it? I don't know. How is the rod production going? Or the rod supply? It's really winding down. So, I don't know, we could probably just wait a little bit for it to be finished. I would like to not really be doing that. I suppose what I could do in the meantime would be find a better place to put all the iron storage. I mean, it's only going into this one machine. So, why not just move it closer to this one machine? It's not a big problem. Because this one machine is not really using much in the way of iron. So, fuck it, just upgrade the belts, get it all transferred as quickly as you possibly can. I mean, That statement means I should probably be using Mark III belts, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to pinch enough steel for that. I think the steel ingots or steel beams are coming through a bit quicker though. What happened to my steel rods though? Steel pipes. It's not getting ingots. What? You've not got any power, that's why. Looks like you do. Things are lying to me. There we go, got that foundry up and running. So, you're now going to be making steel pipes again, which is just nice. Hey, hello tractor, how you doing? He's having a nice time. Alright, do I have the materials to fully upgrade this belt? I do! That's bloody brilliant. God, look at it go. And there's still Mark IV belts above this. And then when the devs actually patch it in, there's going to be Mark V and 6 as well. It's going to be ridiculous. And it's going to be amazing at the same time. I can't wait. I think I might want to grab some more concrete, because that's going to be needed. Supply of concrete is coming through a little more slowly because we've only got the one constructor currently working on it. We'll upgrade that in time as well. I might try... what do I need for these? That's just rods and stuff. Okay. Why is this stuff so awkward? Right, yeah, I want to put a walkway ramp coming down like so. I just want to be able to get up here. And for the sake of it, let's put in a door. Yeah, make the place look good. All of this stuff should be working fine. Ooh, there was 420 screws in there. Oh. Best, you know, it's the best number to have when you're a meme-obsessed idiot like me. What are the key numbers for that? 42, 69, 420, 666, and 1337. Those are probably the best numbers. Right, this machine's this thing's nearly empty. So we can probably start moving all of the screws and everything out sooner or later. Might even upgrade this belt just so that we can get this machine emptied a bit quicker. Not with Mark III, unfortunately. I don't quite have the resources for that, and I probably don't even have the resources for all of this now. More reinforced plate, is there any? There is. 42. One of the numbers I listed. Yep, managed to get all of that in. These do need 132 per minute, so it's not quite enough for a Mark II belt. 132 is a weird number to pick. I'm sure there's a way to work the ratios with that, but yeah, it's still a bit odd. That should help the rods move a bit quicker, actually, because then this thing can continue to be in constant production. So yeah, I think that was a wise decision. We can just kind of keep moving things around. Yeah, this is really emptying out now. How is the motor production going? Oh, actually, motor production is going really well. Not got any complaints there. Reinforced frames are coming along. At a steady pace, but they're getting there. And that storage container is now empty. So these belts can start winding down. We can start getting these screw machines out of the way. As soon as, obviously, they're all empty as well. They're doing a good job of staying very full, but their supply will eventually empty out. I have realised that the modular frames will run down now because the iron rods aren't going to be getting provided anymore. But it should be alright. I just want to finish clearing away this crap. This thing is going to be running out of materials fairly soon. Once we can get these constructors out of the way, we can just finish up all of this build. I want to try and get this online by the time the episode ends. I also found a relatively neat way to make it look like this has got some sort of support bracing. Just use conveyor poles. I like that. Adds a little bit more realism to the thing. I don't know. Beautifying this place is going to be a lot of fun once we actually get around to that, but obviously we've got to get around to that. Oh yeah, the rotor production is also going to wind down as well. So it's going to be a case of whether the screws are going to get finished first, or if it's going to be like the rod supply that's currently in the machines. But I don't know, I have a feeling it might be the screws. They're needed in far greater quantity. Push the speed up on the other screw machine up to like around about 120 per minute. Same as this one. They've both overclocked to 134%, just to make sure that the belts stay full and things keep moving. Now, because I'm going to need more assemblers going forward, I'm cutting away all of the rotor stuff heading into the motors. I think we've got enough of those for the time being. I'm going to chuck another 10 rods in there, because rotors are going to be needed for making all their stuff. I suppose you can keep getting a little bit of a supply of reinforced plate. But yeah, we're going to need modular frames, we're going to need rotors and cable for making assemblers. So I think I've got enough cable, that's not a problem. But yes, and it's reinforced plate and cable for making making constructors. So just trying to make sure I've got supplies for some of the things that are needed. You're now just emptying out of your supply of screws. You've got a few left to make, so that's fine. Leave you doing your thing. And we are all done with reinforced plate production. That machine's not going to be working anymore. And I think this machine is done as well, so we can get the power line out of the way, along with the pole connected to it. You need to empty out of a little bit, which ain't too bad. We'll take that power shard back while we're here, and start trying to get some more foundation in place. So we'll get all of the screws sorted out into their various belts. Then the next set of constructors along, we need 4 for iron plate that also need to be condensed down into 3 belts. So then the screws and the plates all go off into reinforced plate, and then reinforced plate along with rods go into modular frames. So I think we'll expand the kind of constructor stuff over this way. We'll put the assemblers over on this side. I think that's going to look good, and it's going to work fine. So yeah, we're doing that. However, you really need to go. You're very much in the way. So come on, empty out of your stuff, you biatch. There we go. I'll claim all of this belt back, because this is all Mark II. A lot of reinforced plate just sitting around. Ooh, okay, well, I'll have those rotors. Okay, I'm going to need to bring some more foundation out over this way, and it's not encroaching on anybody else's space at the moment, until we get to you. Wonderful. But let's get up here, let's sort out the next batch of things that we need to be working on. So I need 3 outputs for screws. We're going to have 3 mergers. They're all going to be pointing in this direction. And I'm hoping that I'm going to have to work backwards from them, actually. But we'll go... Unless... Yeah, we will have to work backwards from them. But what I can do... We'll start here. So you're going to merge in right there. And we're going to get splitter on this end one. Because this needs to be split 3 ways. Which, perfectly, is exactly what it's going to do. But we need a lot of Mark II belt coming out of these machines. So you're going to go like that. And then we're going to stack all of the outputs. So I think this should work fine. So that's one sorted over there. Conveyor stacker just in here. That's the same spot. Let's come along one, I think. And there we go. I don't know why you're... Oh, you haven't got an output on this side, have you? But there we go. That is going to be 3 full belts running at 120 items per minute. I think that's fantastic. So, that's looking pretty good as well, I think. So, we got that bit sorted. Fuck's sake, I don't mean to build foundations down that way. So that gets us the screws that we need. Now we need some more constructors for some iron plate. That's what we need next. And I would like to think that I can squeeze things in here, but I'm going to bring them over another row. Go like that. And actually, you know what? I'm going to spin these around. We're going to send all of the materials off in the opposite direction, so this thing can be a little bit more condensed, I think. But, actually, yeah, I need to condense it down and do a similar thing to this, don't I? So it's going to have to go back a bit. Why are my plans always just foiled by bullshit? Okay, finally bringing some belts over for the iron plates. It's just taken a while. Well, it's taken a while to get all of the kind of input and output stuff in place. But, I mean, otherwise, it's all gone fairly well. I'll just bring another stacker over this way so that we can put a bit more Mark II belt over here. We can get a splitter in that's gonna work nicely with lining up all of this stuff. I think we want it about here. That should do nicely. Although, oh, hang on. Yeah. Just had a thought. I'm going to put another stacker on that side so that I can get the other Mark II belt over, and then I'm going to need to build the splitter inside it. So we'll go about there, and then we've got to bring a Mark II belt down to meet up with this, and we're in. We should be in business. All the power's hooked up. And it goes in there, splits out into Mark I belts. Then give all these things their recipes. You got yours. Well, good for you. And you got yours. Okay, so we should now be getting 45 plates per minute on each belt, because we don't need a full belt for good things going forward. There we go. 3 belts of plates, 3 belts of screws, and everything should be fantastic. Right, now we need to get onto the assembler side of things. And again, I need to kind of rearrange power stuff. So if we take the center of all this stuff, we'll put our first assembler in slap bang in the middle, I guess. You can go there, and we can put another one over on that side, and then we could get another one over on that side. Oh, I also forgot I need the rods, the constructors for rods, because we need another 2, don't we? Yep. I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute idiot, but there we go, that'll do there. I will sort out all the infrastructure for that in a minute. It's more just I kind of need the kind of floor plan sort of thing. I can probably bring you out here again. You will just about fit there, but I'm probably just going to build stuff out on this side instead. So, we need more foundation over this way, don't we? Yeah-huh. Right, there we go. So, 3 machines making reinforced iron plate. Oh, we're going to get so much of this stuff now. We're going to be getting 15 a minute. And that's just amazing. So, how do I want to do this? One of these needs to go through a splitter and then into mergers with everything else. But we also want a storage container for the leftover, or the kind of run over, I suppose. So we'll put that in. Try and get that in the middle of all of this. No, we'll just try and match it at the end over this way. So we'll get our splitter here. And we want mergers coming down the rest of the way. Power, we need to sort that. So power poles there and there. Those two can connect like that. You can connect on this one. And can I connect you to... I suppose I can connect you on that. So you're now just awaiting resources. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. So how am I going to work this? That's the big question. Tell you what we'll do, we'll just weave belts in wherever we can. Because, I mean, the belts can just kind of go through each other. It doesn't really matter where. No, I want them on going into the same side on each machine, because I'm going to be finicky about that. Getting the... Oh yeah, you also need to be a Mark II belt, don't you? You can go in there, and then... I think the other screw belt is going to need to try and weave its way down and through. But it works perfectly. Until it gets to the point where it's bumping up on the... Oh, I'm also running low on reinforced iron plate. I suppose it's a good thing that we're making more of it, but there's a little bit left in there. There we go. All 3 of these machines, yeah, the belts are merging, and like not in the way that you want them to merge, but they're just kind of going through each other. But that's kind of the neatest that I can make it at the moment, and it looks kind of interesting. I do like the way the belts just kind of crisscross and all that sort of stuff. We can further improve things later on, but oh yeah, look at that. That's the good stuff. So we'll slowly build up a little stockpile of reinforced plate in here, and oh man, this stuff just takes forever. But short of getting the rod production up and running, all that remains is to just feed things into another assembler that's going to be making the modular frames for us. So I'm going to just move all this stuff and figure out where I want to put that modular frame machine. I might stick it around the back of all this, because it could work for me. Should work fine, because we could weave the rods through this space, and then just have one assembler here-ish. You can go there. You can be making modular frames. I think I'm getting a little close to the nasty gas stuff as well. There we go, that's in there. I want power line in just for you. Can't connect you over there, unfortunately. So what I will probably do... will be switch this power line here for... You connect to that one. Oh, you're encroaching others' clearance. Of course you are. We'll do it that way. So there we go. You're going to now be getting the 12 per minute that you need. Probably more than that, actually. And can I squeeze another storage container in here? No, it's a bit too tight a fit, unfortunately. But we could shove the storage container in around here. Get this for overflow on the rods, which are... both recipes have been done. They just need power and supply of materials. And then we'll just squeeze the... squeeze the belt through all of this. And we are producing heavy well, producing the regular modular frames, not the heavy ones. We haven't got to that yet. But there we go. We got our first perfect ratio build all set up. And it is glorious. I think this is one of the most efficient little things that I've built. So far, I really like it. And yeah, everything should be working perfectly. Everything should be getting like kind of perfect ratios on absolutely everything. And I think it's going to be fantastic. So this lot can get torn down. We can take claim all of the modular frames out of that. Next up, we're going to need to really think about kind of the rotor and motor production. We've certainly got enough rotors to get the next milestone thing finished, which is something that we will go about looking at and trying to get sorted. I think for now, I might send off this last payload for the medicinal inhaler. I think I have... Oh, I am lacking a little bit in the way of the reinforced plate. Oh, and on that subject, actually, I need to fix up the rest of these belts over here, because we're not going to be getting the throughput we need for the smelters that are currently being used. There we go, that should do it. I think that's got all of this up to a Mark II belt now. But yeah, I'm massively happy with what has been done. I think it's looking absolutely bloody awesome. It's a lot of intricate mess, but I like it. I think it's fantastic. So I'm going to wrap this episode up here, I think. I think it's a perfect spot to leave things on. And I'm just going to say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlists on the channel for more Let's Plays or metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment, just leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Servo Skull's trying to fix everything as well. Okay, everything's gone a bit wonky, so I'm assuming that we shut down the engines.